I'm back with another vegan cheesecake, baby, and today we're doing a high protein, no bake strawberry cheesecake that tastes like summer. As you've probably seen over the last 4 years or so, I've done a few cheesecakes on this channel, and this one, I have to say, I think I have perfected. Humble brag. It is soft, creamy, dreamy, restaurant quality, okay? And you would not believe what it is made of, so make sure you stick around for the ingredients section of this video and let me blow your mind. If you love healthy, high-protein, plant-based, delicious things, make sure you guys join the Steamy Vegan fam below, subscribe for free, and let's get into this strawberry cheesecake. Greetings from the day before. Yes, we are in the past, because if you want to enjoy this no-bake cheesecake today, you must make it yesterday. That sounds correct in my head, not so much out of my head. So we're gonna start by actually making the graham cracker crust first before we even get to the strawberry cheesecake filling, okay? So I'm going to be using good old graham crackers or cookies, whatever they're called. These are like a vegan, gluten-free, kind of a honey graham cookie. You could also use any kind of like digestive cookie or Biscoff, really whatever you want. I'm using about 200 grams, or basically a whole package here, which is about 14 cookies. And you're also gonna need about 1/3 cup of some vegan butter. We're gonna melt it. Yoink. Whoa, that was dangerous. Into the microwave. Hot butter, hot butter. Observe. And then we're gonna take our 1/3 cup of our melted vegan butter, pour it in, and repeat. So this is the texture we're pretty much going for. We want it to resemble sort of coarse, crumbly sand. It's gonna hold its shape really well once we press it into the cheesecake tin. Speaking of which, let's prepare our cheesecake tin. So I just have I think it's about a 9 or so inch springform pan. We're just gonna unspring it, and we're gonna remove the bottom plate. And what we do is we actually flip it upside down when we're preparing cheesecake. Cool, cool. So I've already gone through the steps of cutting out a piece of parchment for the bottom. This was just time consuming, and you didn't want to see me meticulously measure and cut with scissors. So just to help the parchment stick a little bit better to the bottom, we're just gonna take some vegan butter and coat it in a nice layer. Or you could really use like any oil that you want. Slap her on there, beauty, and pop her back in the spring form. Hey! We're also going to just carefully butter the insides of the edges here. And we're gonna take a couple pieces of parchment and just slide them on the inside. Success! In goes all of the cookie crumbs. Spread it out a little bit. And then try and build up the edges a little bit, just so that there's kind of that classic high edge on the crust. About halfway up is all you want. And then just take something with a flat bottom, like a measuring cup or a drinking glass. You're gonna wanna really firmly press the crust into the bottom. We want this to be as compact as possible. Because this is a no-bake cheesecake, this ain't getting baked. And the only thing that's gonna keep it like firm is being cold and refrigerated. And it will stay more compact the more we compact it down. Science! Observe and behold. So now just pop her in the freezer while we make the cheesecake filling, yeah! So what you wanna do is take 3/4 cup of raw cashews, and you're gonna soak them. You can do that overnight in a bowl of water, or you can do the shortcut method, which I did not long ago, just pouring over a bucket of boiling hot water, letting them soak for about an hour. And that's it, easy peasy. The rest of the ingredients are pretty easy to find, and honestly, you'll probably have most of them already in your fridge and pantry. I'm talking about things like tahini, coconut oil, some maple syrup, lemon juice, vanilla, strawberries. There is one pretty unique ingredient that you really can't skip out on, but it should be pretty easy to find, and it's freeze-dried strawberries. These are really what give like the biggest punch of strawberry flavor. So we first need to turn our freeze-dried strawberries into freeze-dried strawberry powder. This will just blend into the cheesecake filling a lot better. Plus it's also gonna add a really nice, pretty pink hue to the filling. So grab yourself a blender, and you're gonna need about 80 or so grams of freeze-dried strawberries. This will give us roughly the amount we need for the recipe, which is about 3/4 cup of the strawberry powder. You can probably get away with a couple tablespoons less, and blending them in a high-speed blender really is the best way to pulverize them into a powder. Yoink. Oh my God. Those smell so good. And blitz, baby, blitz. Try not to breathe in all the dust, but some is fine. Oh, it smells really good. Just a little powdery in the old sinuses. Woo! The freeze-dried strawberry powder also somewhat acts as a thickener, kind of like, you know, it's like a flour now in a way. So it will help to bind the rest of the ingredients up a little later on. And it's gonna add a little bit of extra sweetness and just the best flavor. Once you've got it into a bowl, measure out 3/4 of a cup. A quick tip, this is absolutely going to coat the inside of your blender with strawberry powder. It's pretty sticky, so I would recommend that you either give this a quick rinse in the sink before we add the rest of our ingredients to blend, or don't waste what's in here. Make yourself a strawberry milk. Just add a couple cups of some of your favorite plant milk and blend. Yum. I made a pretty big mistake yesterday in that when I dumped my bag of freeze-dried strawberries into the blender, along with them happens to be a delicious big old silica packet. I didn't have time to correct my mistake yesterday before I had to turn off the camera. So here we are. You know what would make me feel a lot better? If you told me in a comment, what is the weirdest thing you have ever encountered in your food? Whether or not you added it there, I would love to know, because, you know, I can't be the only one who's done something this silly. Anyway, I'm not gonna make you re-watch me blend a whole bag of freeze-dried strawberries. To make the rest of the cheesecake filling, you guys, it's super simple. Everything else goes into the blender. So we've got our 1 block of medium firm tofu that I have pressed and patted dry. We don't want too much extra moisture, and we're just going to plop it right into the blender along with the strawberry powder. We've got 2/3 of a cup of some strawberries, our 3/4 of a cup of those soaked cashews. These are also gonna make the cheesecake filling super creamy and rich, and it'll help the cheesecake set really nicely. For a little extra richness and creaminess, we've got a few tablespoons of tahini, as well as 1/2 cup of coconut cream. You can buy this stuff canned, or if you buy full fat coconut milk, sometimes you'll get the really thick coconut cream that sits at the top of the can. You can use that as well. For added sweetness, we've got 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1/2 cup of plant-based strawberry protein powder. And if you're looking for a really good strawberry protein powder, I highly recommend Good Protein if you're in Canada, and if you're in the United States, this one from Planta is really, really good. They're both made with really clean ingredients, and I have discount codes below for both of these, depending on which one you want to shop for, if you're interested. A teaspoon of vanilla extract goes in next, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and the juice of 1 lemon. This is gonna replace the tang that you would normally get from cream cheese. Now, this last ingredient is optional, but highly recommended. If you wanna add a little extra color to the cheesecake batter, make it more pink, add a tiny bit of fresh beet or beetroot powder. I don't have any of the powder, so I'm just taking a little bit from the end that I've cleaned and peeled, and I'm just gonna add in a few like shavings. Honestly, like maybe a teaspoon's worth of fresh beet. It's not gonna add any flavor or taste to it, but it is just gonna give it the most beautiful, vibrant pink hue. And now all you gotta do is slap a lid on her and blend, baby. It might also help if I didn't forget the 2.5 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. Whoops! Okay, this is so smooth and dreamy creamy. Like, look at that. Ooh, all right, remember this thing? Yeah. Now we're just gonna pour all of the cheesecake right into the pie crust. Or whatever this is. Pie crust? Cheesecake crust? Cheesecake crust. Smooth it into a nice even layer. You can kind of give it one little jiggle, shiggle, just to kind of set it and get it even, and pop it in your fridge to chill overnight, baby. Ha! If I actually had a spot in my fridge for it, that would be groovy. Peace out, homie. And hey, while the cheesecake chills and sets in the fridge overnight, don't forget to subscribe below to Steamy Vegan if you haven't already. You guys, it's a lot of fun here. Sometimes It's a little chaotic, like today. But that's fine, chaos can be fun. I'm just here to help you live your happiest, plantiest life. So subscribe, hit that notifications bell, join the fam, and let's check on this cheesecake in 3, 2, 1. Hello again from the next day, or the Janelle from the beginning of the video. Are we confused yet? The cheesecake is all set and I am so excited to show you guys. But first I figured, why don't we make a really quick, cheeky little strawberry drizzle, okay? I mean, you don't have to do this. The cheesecake is perfect. She's good to go as is. But you know, if you have an extra 10 minutes, this sauce is really just the cherry on top, the strawberry on top, I should say. All you gotta do is take half a pound of some sliced strawberries, or about 8 ounces, to a pot with 2 tablespoons of some maple syrup for just a little extra sweetness, plus half a teaspoon of some lemon zest. And stir that together. Then we're just gonna make a really quick cornstarch slurry with about a tablespoon of some lemon juice and a teaspoon of cornstarch. Quick little whisk. Doesn't have to be perfect, just until most of the lumps are dissolved, and add it in. Keep the temperature at around a medium-low and give it a quick stir. And then we're just going to cover the pot and let the strawberries cook down. And then we're just gonna cook for about 10 or so minutes, just until we have something that resembles a sauce. Kind of like this, the strawberries are soft and they've released a lot of their juices, and it is a lot more liquidy than what we started with. Then we're just gonna let the pot cool, set aside, transfer it to a bowl if you want to help the sauce cool faster. It's also gonna thicken a lot as it cools. All right, here she be. You see this, right? You see what I'm seeing? This smells like a dream come true. I need this in and around my mouth hole right now. Look at how creamy this is, you guys. Like, oh my flip. It literally melts in your mouth. As a cheesecake should. Make sure you guys check out how to make my high protein chocolate cheesecake as well right here. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Ta-ta! Have I decided to eat cheesecake for dinner? Why, yes. Yes, I have.